Jordan, how do you have a conversation with your thoughts? Genuine question. Or actually, what are you supposed to say? Genuine question, reflection. Celestial rising, divine denouement, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another thoughtful-minded message. Now understand, for this video, I'm going to show you how deceitful the mind can be. Not in a negative way, but as far as like letting my mind take over for the first time, I want you to understand how the thing is too, I can only speak from experience on how I'm able to do this stuff. Now the thing is, to have a conversation with your thoughts, you got to be able to know that your thoughts are parasitic. Your mind is the parasite. Your mind is the drug. Your mind is the plague. Your mind is duality. Your mind is divinity. Your mind is the mother. Your mind is the father. Your mind is the illusion. Your mind is all. Your mind is divinity, tranquility, community, unity, prosperity. Your mind is abundance. Your mind is its own formless form that brings form into a world with no form. So the world is so formless, we create, we think, we observe mailboxes, trees, trucks, cars, houses, grass. We observe the basics and the advanced spectrums for life, because all these things are made from a, what in the hell is going on? Oh, I'm gonna run this red light too, I ain't gonna lie. Yep, anyway. Wow, somebody was just parked in the middle of the road. But that's why when you're having a conversation with your thoughts, you see how distracted it got instantly, but we came right back on track. That's what happens when the mind is wanting to figure out what it is that it's stopping itself from thinking about. Meaning that at the moment, I knew that I was making this video, but as I seen that this big ass truck, it's on the back of this truck, it says no distractions, me and you, PTC. Can't make it up. This big ass truck right up there. So by this truck going in front of the truck, or this other SUV that was in front of us, that's letting me know that, okay, somebody had an accident, but their caution lights are on. So this truck went around, and I'm just like, okay, well, nobody behind me, check my rear view. Then boom, I went to left lane. Now we're back on the main road. That's how the mind was so distracted, because my ego was like, what's going on? You know, is that person okay? Or what happened? Being concerned, which is okay. That's cool, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, because at least the ego has a caring sense of what it can't fathom. We don't know what happened, but we had to go somewhere. We had things to do. So I can't sit there and worry about somebody else's karmic retribution that they have to go through. Somehow, some way, something happened to their car, but that's on them and their car. That's their mind. That's their story that they have to go through. I can't go through their story. Now, we are in the same exact book, but that chapter that he's on or she's on, I can't go through that chapter because I already read it. Already read about it. So now I just have to observe it. The best way to have a conversation with your thoughts, and what do you say to your thoughts? You don't say anything. Your ego is the star. Your ego is the actor. Your ego is the entertainer. Your ego is the celebrity. Your ego is the fame. Your ego is the fortune. Your ego is the broke mentality. Your ego is the bum. Your ego is, like I stated earlier, duality, tranquility, prosperity. Your ego is all. Your ego is basically the one being monitored the moment that you are born, the moment that you are conceived into this realm of conviction, of synthetic illusions, from a womb, a satanic feminine womb on top of that, with a masculine mindset. When you get into this realm of conception, you are conceived and born into, and you're going to die along with the observation of never dying or living, but you are going to observe that current moment of the lights, the camera, and the action of your actions being placed upon you. That's the thing as well. The programs didn't follow us, nor did they introduce themselves to us. We knew the programs before we were born. We accepted that our guardians were going to give us trusted programs to follow. And then we, at a young age, we weren't conditioned, not all of us, because some people do have great guardians who put them on game at a young age. But from experience, speaking only from experience, I didn't have that luxury of having a guardian letting me know about all this shit that I'm realizing for today. So it was even harder for me, but it was actually easier because, like I said before, I was meant to have a mind like this. That's the only reason why I can only think like this, and nobody else can duplicate the mindset of how I'm thinking. Because my mind is set on a mission. Like, I know my purpose. And the thing is, too, I say purposes, not a purpose, because I always thought I had one purpose, and I said, no, I'm going to have multiple. Because the thing is, I'm going to get all my purposes done. And the thing is, too, they're already finished. So I'm making up purposes along the way of my side missions because I already beat the game. The thing is, we all beat the game at a young age, but we're so caught up in the game that we forget to play it. Not only just play the game, but we forget to observe the player playing the game. When you play Call of Duty, GTA, 2K, any game, doesn't matter. Elden Ring, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I'm not eating today, so that's my dinner and lunch, breakfast, all that. When you play these games, you sit down in a certain posture, a certain position. You're playing the game. When you're playing this game, a lot of people aren't observing the game. So, for example, when I play 2K, because I still play 2K24. Now, of course, I'm still being authentic as well. I'm not getting 2K25. I don't know if I'm getting 2K26, but I usually play 2K24, right? Because I just love, I still love basketball. I still love playing it. I love the mentality of it. When I play player control, and player control is different from team control. Player control is when, and then some of you, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know, but player control is when, for example, I can get, there's 5 positions. So you're in the lobby. Actually, yeah, so I'm gonna walk you through it too. Mind you, this is all the thoughts that I observe every single day. I don't play the game every single day, but when I do observe, I observe everything to make sure that I can help guide you into what you want to learn about yourself. You're in the lobby and you hit player control. On the left of you, you had team control. Now, the lobby will be searching because it's online, obviously. So 1 through 10. When you got 10 players in the lobby, you got 5 positions: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. I usually get all 5 positions, but I mainly want shooting guard and center. Why do I get shooting guard? Because for one, I can use Kobe. Not only because of the Kobe mentality, but because nobody in 2K can guard me. And that's just me practicing humility. And when I say that, because for one, I dropped 72 on the Xbox username Hammer Executor. I'm gonna have a screenshot as well when I get home. But yeah, so I dropped 72 on this nigga. And it was him and another teammate, and it was me and another teammate as well. Now, the thing I noticed is that people are very submissive in 2K24 because, for example, a lot of these niggas can't shoot. I shoot with no meter. And the thing is, too, I have people in my Bible study who watch my videos, too, and they can vouch. If I want them to vouch for me, they'll say, yeah, he's like that. Because we usually play together after the Bible study. So it's usually 3 of us playing against other people. Now, of course, we get sold this and that. But the one thing I love about the game is I complain about shit I can't control. Some of these kids or these adults have a bad day or a bad experience, and then they come on 2K and then they start selling. So niggas will get like on tip off. You may have somebody who's Giannis, for example, or power forward, Scottie Pippen. It can be LeBron. They'll have the ball and they'll just shoot it from half court and airball it. Or you may have somebody who's dribbling. They didn't come in the game to pass shit. And the thing is, too, it's like you can also get kicked out of the player control as well. But the goal is to reach the greatest of all time to get the legends, because you start out with freshmen, junior varsity, etc., etc. So you go up those ranks. So once you reach greatest of all time, now you can get any legend you want. But the thing is, though, they only give you a minimum of legends. Now, in this experiment, I realized that when I'm cooking niggas, I'm playing mind control with them. So it's like I'm scoring from the top of the 3-point line. So I'm talking about like NBA range 3-point line. I'll scoot into the 3-point line. I'm scoring from the mid-range and I'm dunking the ball. So if you can't guard me on 4 or 5 dimensions of a game, then how can you beat me in real life? And that's the thing too. When I'm playing 2K, I'm not actually playing the game. I'm observing myself playing the game. So technically speaking, with humility as well, when I'm playing this game, and the thing is too, I usually drop over 25, 30. And it's not important, but it's the fact that the game's so fun, bro. When you get buckets and you get people involved, like I strive for a double-double with assists and points. Now, of course, I won't always get those assists because niggas can't shoot once again. And they always depend on you to carry them because people want to get to greatest of all time also. Now, the one thing I realized is that when I'm playing the game and I have a video in mind, I'll get on 2K real quick, and here's what I do. This free game. My mind is so everywhere, it's all over the place. I can be playing 2K, and I can be observing and visualizing myself making a video for today or on that night. And then, so a lot of times when I make the videos, like those long videos with the gematria and exposing people, I'm still going to expose these celebrities. I hope y'all know that. Like, that's not going to be done. But when I expose them, before I do that, I'll play 2K so that I can ease my mind into knowing a intuitive understanding of a false leader that wants to be enlightened in their leadership. That's illusionary. That's how I'm able to amplify my videos, because I'm basically affirming and I'm manifesting and speaking into existence on what I want to say, what I want to be, because I'm training the ego to have a conversation with itself. My ego enjoys playing the game. Every day? No. Did it used to? Yes. But my ego also now has became aware of we're on a certain schedule. So my ego has to catch up. As soon as we get up, we had to get to work. We had to make a video. We had to at least plan a video. So if I'm not posting, I'm still thinking about work. Work meaning videos. Work meaning content. That's like my purpose, my passion. I love to do this shit. So when I'm not posting, there is no rest. We are still planning. How can I make this video better? I gotta study analytics. I gotta study the statistics of all the support I get, the comments, the thumbnails, the likes, the views. I gotta make sure, okay, so this person commented on that, so they enjoyed that. Why do they enjoy that? So I had to sit there and talk amongst my own team of my own spiritual guides, because I don't have a team behind closed doors to help me maneuver all these different tasks that I have to go through every single day. It's a one-man show for right now, but once somebody decides to take a chance on me, I'll have a team built around this whole empire that I'm thinking about, because I want to be able to put people in position to win, not only for themselves but for their family as well. I want to be able to, like, I can't be a boss with no employees. And the thing is too, I want my employees to know that they're also bosses as well, and we're all going to be able to get into that realm of being with the Almighty Bond for eternity. But it has to start with me. That's exactly why when I am playing the game per se, because I don't play it how I used to, and I'm glad, because it's just like I don't gain anything from it. All I'm doing is just pleasing a boring observation. I thought the game actually is boring. Now when GTA 6 comes out, don't get me wrong, I'm still play that. But then again though, I know how I can get and how my ego can get. And the thing is too, to have that comment with the ego, you have to know what your subconscious mind likes and doesn't like. So basically, my ego is my best friend and it's my worst enemy. I know my ego likes and does not like, because I know myself. And the thing is too, I'm speaking from the spirit now, but I'm gonna let the ego take over. And the thing is too, the ego's been taking over the whole entire time. But I want you to know, as you see my mouth moving, my eyes looking at you, me being focused on 2 different things at once, well really more than 5, but me being focused on these different things, I'm allowing you to see how my ego has been trained to articulate its maturity. I had to mature within my own self, because my mom and dad didn't teach me this stuff. I had to literally speak with the Almighty Creator. That's why I knew at a young age, I knew that there was a God, but I never would call it God. I always had a hard time having a conversation about God-like things. But the thing is though, I love the conversations that go above the surface level of thinking. That's why when you're thinking, what are you thinking for? Everything I do has an intention behind it. And the thing is too, I don't believe in good or bad, but I do know one thing. I do not believe in karma, but I remember who and what karma is, because karma is still a part of me. So because I know who I am not going to pour negativity onto other people, because I know that can come back to me times 1,000 just because of who I am and how I'm ranked in the spiritual realm. So it makes no sense for me to pour negativity onto you or anybody else when I know spiritually I could get abused in a higher way by celestial forces. That's why I can do nothing but pour love. Because the moment I stop doing that, oh, it's over with for me. It's done. It's done. I can't go down that route, because I know how that looks and I have a vision of it every single day. That's exactly why I avoid that timeline. I stay right here in the now, because I'm watching Madam Web. I'm almost done with it. But in Madam Web, which is honestly, the lesson and the message for that movie or documentary is actually very great. I'll say that. I'm learning a lot from that shit because I relate to it. Besides the spider powers and all that, but the visual, it's like every day I'm seeing quantum strings of myself being the observer of the hive mind, meaning that I know what hive mind gave birth to my programs, because my mind is its own entity and its own programming. That's exactly why at a young age, excuse me, at a young age, we allowed ourselves to be programmed by the programmer. As the programmer, by the way, I hope you know you were never programmed by your mom and dad, but you were the programmer programming your mom and dad to speak to you. That's how divine we are. I hope you know that. We're so divine. When we make a noise at a baby's mindset, parents will still communicate with us like they can understand us. The whole entire time we never said a word. So how do we lose that ability as we get older? Because parents start dumbing themselves down through distractions, through work, through excuses, through relationships, through cheating, scandals, judgment, gossip, all these negative variations that guardians are withholding every single day. They don't tell their children per se. But now when guilt starts overlooking the ego, now the ego becomes more infatuated with that guilt trip that you're tripping on. So people aren't even guilty about their faults or their choices. They're just guilty about tripping on the guilt. It's like smoking, for example. Enjoy your trip. When you're guilty, enjoy your trip. You're smoking on your guilt because you know you're guilty about something, but you won't tell your child that. So now every time you see your child, you're showing your child how guilty you are, but you won't tell your child what you're guilty about. Now you're tripping on your own lack of accountability. And it's just like, that's not your child's fault, but you want to take your aggression out on your child? Everything you do is a conversation with your thoughts. So how are you communicating with your thoughts if you're being thoughtful or if you're not being thoughtful? That's why you have to be open-minded every single day. Why the fuck would I want to argue with you when I love your perspective? I don't care what the fuck you think about. Not you, Jordan, but just in a hypothetical situation. Like I technically don't really care about thoughts because they don't belong to us anyways. I understand that when somebody's typing to me, when somebody's talking to me, and they're saying something to me, they don't understand the levels of thinking. Like there are actual levels there are so many levels of thinking. I call it the elevator. Meaning that there was a time in my life, 2-3 years ago, I asked the Almighty Creator, I said, how high mentally can I get? And I said, I think I want to come down. I think I want to come down to the surface for a little bit because that's a lot of thoughts to have. And the Almighty's like, sure thing. And I still couldn't stop getting high in my mind. I still couldn't stop thinking highly of what never was. Meaning I'm transcending delusions into more delusional delusions. So where now my delusions were turned upside down and reversed and flipped. And then it became inverted into what I'm learning about now. So I'm in a whole different timeline that doesn't even have a time nor a line to even fathom itself anymore. That's why I fell into the observer effect. I was meant to just seek out life because I already did what I had to do. I'm just doing side quests now. And the thing is too, I'm doing it so consistently that I love to do it for no reason. If I wanted to, I could stop this whole shit right now. And a lot of you would have to fend for yourself. Because eventually, Divine Messenger will have to stop the messages. I hope y'all know that. That's why I want you to understand. If we never meet each other in real life, just know I was always an observation of your thoughts. You can think the same way as I can, even better. Even better, but do you understand that? Do you understand your thoughts? When you look into the mirror, are you looking at your thoughts? Are you looking at your ego? Or are you looking at your bastardization? Are you looking at illusions? Are you looking at the simulated illusions of your mind? Are you looking at yourself? What can you look at when you're transparent? What can a conscious being look at when it's consciously being conscious of its own unconsciousness? How can a celestial being see itself when a celestial being is already itself in a celestial realm? Why would a celestial deity want to take a form when the form is formless? Of their mind. This is literally a mind game. We think that we have arms and legs and feet and a mouth and a tongue. Whole entire time, we don't have any of these things. Do you understand that? This world is so amazing that people fell so deep into their mind, they forgot why they're here. People forgot why they're here, so they're living for the past. People can't even live for their future. What would you live for, Devon? I'm not even living. I'm observing. So I'm going to have fun. Because I do the work every single day to the point to where I can already have fun. I did my work. I did my homework. And I show y'all my work. So that's why, to me, I see why I hated school. But I'm still in it, though. All the discipline I had for school, even till now, I still have it. I just didn't like doing my work because I didn't care for it. I didn't care for the school system or a concentration camp. But a universal university, oh, I care about that shit. Every day I'm on it. Every day. I don't have time to play because I could be gone in an hour. I don't know when my time is going to be. But I know one thing, though. Before I'm gone, my vibrations will ascend my ego to where I'm going to be lighter than a feather. I'm going to be so light spiritually, my Almighty's going to say, oh, I already know you was going to come in through the gate. Go ahead. And things too, I don't mean the gate of heaven, but I mean the gate of another mental realm that I'm going to walk through again, another path. The journey will never stop. I hope you know that. And I'm saying I hope because I know that you don't know that. You haven't seen that side yet. That's why I have to guide you to that mindset. Because when you see the higher journey of another doorway to go into, niggas will say, I'm not ready for that. I guarantee you. And the thing is, too, you can't tell me that niggas haven't said that because look at the life that we're in right now. Look at the life that we're in right now. All these beings in this world don't know, not all, but majority have no idea what is waiting for them. And what's honestly crazy, nothing is waiting for them besides themselves. That's what they fear. They fear that image of self. And the thing is, too, that projection of themselves or ourselves is luminary. It's so beautiful, you cannot name it. You can't even have a conversation with that entity because it's you. You can't even observe it nor touch it. You can't even cry for it. All you can say, really do a telepathic observation is, thank you. That's all you need to say. When you make it to that higher realm of your thoughts, we are living under I hope you know that too. This sky, that blue shit, CGI programming from NASA, we are under our thoughts. That's exactly why many are called, but few are chosen. To understand their thoughts. You had to contradict your ego to the point where your ego says, you know what, I want to learn from you now. When I realized that my ego can learn from me, I basically teach my ego like it's 5 years old. Now my ego is a master swordsman, a samurai. It's like Blade. Somebody compared me to Blade before. I relate to that. I don't have time for bullshit, nigga. I'm out here trying to slay these demons every day. And the thing is, too, me slaying these demons is me just allowing myself to play into the programming of a simulated version of being a samurai or a blade master. I am slaying my alter egos. And then when they disintegrate, I don't feel bad for it because why? I can turn the game off. I can save my progress. I can have my memory card is already installed into the system. So what am I saving the game for when it was already auto-saved? Now I wake up and do the same exact game again and again and again and again. So I learned that there's a lesson in this game that I have to master before I move on to the next game. We all in the same game, but I'm playing different games in the same game. So what game are you playing? Niggas is out here playing The Sims. I'm playing GTA, The Sims, Red Dead Redemption. I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm playing Elden Ring. I'm playing FIFA. I'm playing Fortnite. I'm playing Apex. I'm playing UFC. I'm playing WWE. I'm playing every new game that you can think of. Star Wars, Saints Row. I'm going to play and figure out what game that I want to involve myself in. Because I'm not conformed to a hive mind way of thinking. I have free thoughts. I'm going to use them correctly. You have to get your mind out of its own prison. That means to me, to have a conversation with yourself, talk to yourself. Do it in person. Do it in front of people. Do it now. I talk to myself every single day. Am I insane for it? Somebody will say, hell yeah, nigga. Somebody will say, nah, reflection. I do it too. You're not wrong. I know. But the thing is though, you're wrong for saying I'm not wrong because I'm neither right nor wrong. So what about you? Release from titles. You have to know the mind. Know the title of the mind. What is your mind entitled to besides itself? You can't even answer that question because your mind is entitled to nothing but itself anyways. You can't answer that question because your mind is entitled to everything that includes itself. Your mind is all once again. So what is the mind when it transcends all? That's how powerful, your mind is so powerful, it's used as a weapon against you. Imagine getting arrested for your thoughts. Imagine getting judged for your thoughts. Imagine getting mocked and ridiculed and killed for your thoughts. That's how powerful the mind is. Imagine getting killed because you're wearing a certain color, a certain vibration. Your mind is so powerful, you can make somebody smile, cry, get angry. You can make somebody feel inspired or joyful or confident. How is that possible? When I understood these things, I loved my mind even more. My mind just needs a guide, a parent. I am the parent only for myself. You have to be that same parent as well. I don't have any kids, but I love my mind like it's a kid of my own. I will do everything I can to protect my mindset from other mindsets out here. That's why no matter what, when my mind fucks up, I let it be known in front of everybody. Yeah, I just fucked up. And be so confident with our fuck ups. Because at least I have the balls to mess up live. I have the balls to mess up on camera and not get out of proportion with my personality. I have a choice to say and do things that I want to think about. So I think carefully. Because my goal is not to offend anybody, but if I do offend you, I already won the battle. And the thing is too, I'm not even battling against you. I don't care about you because you are me. So why would I care about your ego when your ego is not a part of me? It's divided by you and me. But the thing is though, together in unity, we have the same mindset because it transcends all. Have a great one for that divine reflection.